Hello everybody, welcome to the D-Pad. I'm Rick. This is Pokémon Insurgence, where we are back at it again. We have ground up a new team. Fun story, that shit gets expensive. We spent almost half of our money on getting our Pokemon built up, but we now have another team of 6 at level 70. And I want to do two things. One, I bought some new dudes in our secret base. This is a Nurse Joy, just because it makes it faster rather than running out, healing, coming back here. It only costs, I think, 1,000. She only costs, I think, 1,000 Pokédollars of the new series. This guy cost 4,000. We have a move relearner. It does cost heart scales. Who did I get at a high level? I guess Bindi was at a high level. And we do have access to... So I must have at least one heart scale, or else I imagine they wouldn't be showing this to us. There's some interesting stuff in here. Crunch is like the... Actually, no, he's only water type. So, like... Or she, rather. Well, let's actually take a look at what we have right now for moves, because I've been doing... All right, let's start with Cousteau up top here. Who evolved from our Carvania before into a Sharpedo. Rough Skin inflicts damage on contact. Sweet. We got Crunch, Poison Fang, Agility, and Ice Fang. I had Scary Face for a little while, and I actually had I replaced Scary Face with Agility, and that was kind of a tough choice because I was like, all right, if I wound up in a situation like Dragonite again where I just need to cut someone... Like, granted, bad example of Dragonite since it can freely increase its speed anyway, but like, if someone was really fast, I want to make sure they were slow, and I figured that I was going to be dealing with a bunch of, deaths or something, then throwing Scary Face down first means that my team gets outspeed. But aside from that being a very defeatist kind of angle to build a team from, like one of Sharpedo's whole things is its speed, right? So having Agility just means that I can speed it up even faster, get in there with some Crunch. We got Poison Fang that can give Toxic, and Ice Fang that can freeze or flinch. So we have some pretty good, decent stuff here. I was in between Crunch and Night Slash earlier, and it was tricky because Night Slash being able to crit easier was kind of nice, but Crunch just flat lowering the defense if it procs seemed a little more useful. So this is what we've got here. And honestly, other than like maybe getting a water move to replace, I guess, Ice Fang, though Ice is uncommon enough that it might not be bad to hang on to that. So I think I'm feeling pretty okay with this guy. Ice Fang would be good against the Dragonite if I was fighting that again, which I'm not. Let's go to the next one. So Fleming, our Delta Avalugg, Rock and Dragon. I have Iron Defense, Slack Off, Rock Blast, and Sandstorm. So the premise here, and actually I should double check some stats. Oh yeah, physical defense is like redonkulous. Special D leaves a lot to be desired. Solid Rock reduces damage from super effective attacks. Oh, that's fucking awesome. Because my thought here is, presumably, and seems to be correct, our Delta Avalugg would be great as a tank, great as a wall Pokemon. So I can make my Iron Defense. I can Iron Defense to a point where this dude has functionally 1,200 defense physical, and the reduced super effective damage taken is pretty great there. Sandstorm, so if they're not a rock, ground, or steel type, then I can be doing progressive damage like that, and it's proportional to the max HP, so I don't even have to worry if they're also defending up. Rock Blast, this one was a little tricky. I had a few other options at various points. I had Stone Edge. I had there was one called Rock Wrecker. I don't actually know if that's an official move, but it was like 150 90, but it had a recharge. It was basically a rock type solar beam, or I guess a rock type hyper beam. I was just like, I don't know if I like that. This one can actually do better than that across 2 turns, and I just don't like the 2-turn moves in general in this game. So this one, honestly, and then Stone Edge, I think does slightly less on average than this would, just barely. And, Peter and I were talking before about like, oh yeah, having the multi-hit moves is really good for bypassing focus sashes or sturdy or anything like that that would keep a Pokemon alive for an extra turn. And each of them can crit, so you have multiple chances to increase this over what the average would be. So I think I like Rock Blast, at least for now. That might change. I haven't even looked at TMs. I don't even know if I want to right now. Because I'm honestly fairly happy with where everybody is at the moment. And then Slack Off, which is basically just Recover. Which is like, all right, cool. If I'm walling something out, then just recovering back to half of my health all in one go seems pretty rad to me. Let's see. Oh yeah, so Graham the Chimecho. Quick drink of water. So okay-ish stats. Levitate is pretty nice. This one probably could use some TMs. I don't like the moves on this one very much. Literally, I think all of these were the moves that I got them with, and none of the moves that it was learning were much better. So this one's gonna need some TMs. So Graham needs some TMs. Von Frisch. Let's look at these stats. Pretty decent defense. Not great attack, but the Vespiquen stuff is pretty rad. Attack orders are pretty solid Vespiquen move. We got Swagger, which I think I probably want to get rid of. Destiny Bond is interesting because, like, I don't want to have it, but if I know shit is good, like Destiny Bond is one where if I used that against Dragonite, that battle would have been over. I'd have lost Von Frisch, but the battle would have been over. Which, like, that hurts a lot. And then Fell Stinger, which is kind of interesting because it's not a very good move, but if you do land it as the final hit, which in some cases, if someone's just got a million fucking, not hit points, but I guess their defense is just solid and I've been chipping away at them, this could be pretty good. But honestly, I could also do with replacing this. Bindi. Oh, yes, we got our starter dudes at the bottom here. I think these both, the starters all have the, like, low hit point bonus stuff here. They're both pretty similar. This one's more physical. This one is better for special attack. Defense is kind of equal across the board. We're also going to want to change Bindi's moves because these are not good. Clover Jr.'s moves are actually pretty decent, though. I think Flamethrower, Dragon Pulse, Flame Burst, and Aerial Ace is pretty decent. We could probably improve on these, but this isn't half bad. So let's take a look at our TMs real quick. TMs. All right, from the top. So Roar, Hail, Dragon Pulse, Dragon... Well, so I guess let's see. So who do I actually... Okay, Bindi can learn Dragon Pulse. That could be neat. Fleming also can. Fleming could have learned Outrage at one point, but I don't like the idea of being stuck in a move and then being confused. So I opted not to do Outrage with Fleming. Between Chip Away and Slash, I may not have either of these at the end. Screech. I think so. I do like that Chip Away seems to just fully ignore buffs and debuffs, which is kind of awesome, actually. So Chip Away probably makes sense to keep, probably over Screech even. So if we get to somebody who's got their defense up by 4 times, I don't have to like freak out. Thunderbolt's always a classic. There are like I forgot to double check. There are like 3-ish TMs that we did not get in the original run that I picked up kind of by accident on our way through. In this one, I didn't go out of my way to get any of them. They were all kind of in the road, so we must have just missed them before. But I think that it's a minor enough thing to worry about that we'll leave it as it is. Return, so it's a friendship-based one. I have been... the grinding may actually count as pretty solid friendship since they were getting so many levels, but I think I thought it was like battle-based, not based off of like experience or levels. So the friendship might not be amazing yet. Psychic, classic, yes. This one is absolutely going on Graham. All right, so 90, 100. Maybe do special defense. Well, let's see. I was gonna maybe move extra sensory, but let's look at the other ones here, because like I think we need to Uproar could be interesting if I was fighting something that used like Resto Chesto, but like it's so particular for that, and it's a decent strength move. But I don't like being stuck in moves. That really worries me. So let's get rid of that. Just because like so many of these battles are like are very turn by turn, and it just kind of like I don't know. It makes me anxious. Being like, all right, I'm good for 3 turns. Let's go. What the fuck? How are these guys? Okay. Von Frisch at least technically makes sense, but I guess aerial ace doesn't necessarily imply wings. I guess let's do it for now. I'll figure it out after that, but it's also just double checking that we were capturing the audio correctly. That'd be a big bummer to mess that up. I think when I was looking through the old editing. The old Premiere timelines, right near the end of the original run, we wound up having a couple episodes where we didn't capture the audio correctly, so I had to just grab music tracks. So let's see here. Swagger. I don't want Swagger. I just don't want it at all. Confusion procs. Ironically, I guess, confusion procs are the whole reason that we are here in this episode. So let's see, flame charge. Let's at least take a look. I don't like how far in we have to go to just get the details like this. 50, 100, no. Yeah, stop learning. Okay. Focus blast. Yeah, let's take a look at that too. A lot of folks able to learn it. Clover could learn that one. I'll think about that in a second. One of the, like, and again, I appreciate that the Pokemon games have had quality of life improvements over time, such as being able to see your Pokemon stats while choosing moves like this. Because it'd be nice to be like, oh yeah, physical versus special. But I think Bindi was more physical anyway. The 70 is like just not good. Yeah, Focus Blast is basically just fighting type Fire Blast or Ice Blizzard or any of that. Target's HP is half or less. This attack will hit with double the power. I forget how much this normally does. Like, I forget what the power normally is. Oh, Bindi can't, like Cousteau can, but not Bindi. That's interesting. I mean, 65 isn't bad. I just don't think I want to get rid of one of the other ones for it. Well, let's do this. Let's take a look at what Cousteau's stats are, because if special is, like, notably better... Oh, they're actually pretty much equal. Okay. Man. Ice Fang as like, a useful... Honestly, the Dragonite... So I do a thing when I play D&D. If my characters ever receive, like, grievous injuries that they heal from, I tend to shift some of the character, like, personality and equipment, like, the way that they even, like, dress kind of shifts around that a little bit. Like, I had a campaign where one of my characters was using a lot of fire magic, and it, like, backfired in a way that it like really messed them up and burned their hands. And so I had a thing where the character had, like, I gave them, like, wrappings around their hand. Their hands were healed, pretty quickly after, but I gave them, like, hand wrappings and stuff as kind of like a little character touch sort of thing there. Oh, 50-90, no. And then I had another one where a character, there was some beast that literally like bit out my character's shoulder, and it was like a whole process to get that dealt with and healed. And so they wore like a, I think, is it pauldron is the shoulder piece? I gave them a like pauldron that they wore on that shoulder afterwards, just as kind of like a sort of character memento. So the same thing I'm doing here though is like having a couple coverage moves specifically for dragons might be kind of nice. 70, 100 with Ghost. Is it better than Aerial Ace? Aerial Ace would be good against what? Bug, Grass. So a good coverage move for Grass Pokemon if that ever comes up. Is that it, actually? Bug and Grass? And Ghost would be good against Ghost, Psychic. I guess that's kind of it there, too. I'll leave that. Yeah, I think we can stop learning Shadow Claw. Take a look at Clovers again. Like, they're starting to come together a little bit more here. Oh, yeah, that's right. I like yours. It's really like Graham and Bindi and like maybe Von Frisch that have a little bit of stuff that need tweaking. No. Oh, damn it. No. Yes. Great. Let me back up. Venoshock. Classic. Von Frisch can learn it, but Von Frisch does not have any way to inflict status condition, and it's also not stab, so... Second Punch, substitute, Draco Jet. Dragon-type priority move. Ooh, that's an interesting one. That's a very interesting one. Bindi. So we got Dragon Pulse, that's 85 special. Draco Jet is 40 with priority. That almost rhymes. 40 with priority. Yeah, we're gonna not do that. Nice as it would be, I think we're gonna pass. Dazzling Gleam. This one is always a good time. Graham, yes, let's do this. You're not a fairy type, so it's not going to get stabbed, but it's just it just feels like a good move to just kind of have, you know. Let's. I'm pretty sure the Chimecho is not a physical attacker of any sort, but I will check just in case. Yeah, as expected, it's a physical attack is its worst stat. Okay. Yeah, then we're going to get rid of Takedown. It's not doing us any good. Okay. Silverwind, bug type. Von Frisch can learn it. Okay. All right, so... 60, 100 may raise all the user stats, which is kind of nice. Maybe this is better than Fell Stinger. I mean, it is just directly better than Fell Stinger in terms of like damage done. Not to mention, I have to knock a Pokemon out to get the to get the essentially Swords Dance bonus, whereas this one it might just happen. Way fewer PP. But also, why would I even want to be doing this that many times anyway? So, yeah, let's get rid of that. All right. We're almost there. Incinerate. No. Round. Confide. Wildfire. Yeah. Then Surf. Surf might be good on one of these two. I think Cousteau I'm feeling pretty good with stuff, but Bindi. So Surf, 90, 100. Aqua Tail's 90, 90. But it is physical, which is nice. I think I kind of like where things are here, though. Okay, well, this is where stuff is at. I can also buy an IV. What the hell is it? What the hell is it called? IV trainer? IV changer? Changer. But it's 40 grand. And that's half of what money I have left. And I'm quickly running out of money. So I don't know that I want to go ahead and burn cash like that. I was, however, considering poking my head in here. How much do clothes cost? 2K. I do like that it shows you what they look like, too. Yeah, a bunch of these are rough looking. Just debating a new look. These are all just shirts. Alternate jumpsuit. Alternate version of traditional jumpsuit. Lord suit. Upper piece to a mythical set of armor used by lords of a distant world. What? Pants. Alternate jumpsuit pants and lord's pants. I have no idea. What? Okay. Backpack. Okay. And hair dye. No, I'm good. All right. Thought it might be cool to do another costume change, but the costumes are pretty lacking. Cool. Well, I guess that's going to be it for today. We're going to come back next time, and we're going to head back to Route 14, I think, and try to continue. We're going to avoid that Dragon Tamer. Even with the fact that, like, honestly, Sharpedo could probably one-shot it with Ice Fang, but I just don't want to chance it. I'd rather just, I'll come back and kick his ass later in revenge, but it just feels like a too risky of a move right now to go in and try to do that again. Just because even if I feel confident about it right now, that could very easily go very wrong. And I don't want to chance that. So we're gonna come back next time. Route 14. We'll fight the other trainer, and we'll see where we end up. See you next time. Bye bye.